Hi, welcome to the Forsyth County 8th grade Algebra Transition course. I want to give you a quick tour of some expectations and best practices for your success. In this course, there are 4 units to complete. Within each lesson, there are formative concept checks. Each concept check question has 2 attempts with 3 similar questions for a total of 6 total opportunities per item. At the end of each unit is a summative test. There is only 1 attempt and there are no retakes. There is a set timer of 120 minutes which cannot be paused. So before you take a unit test, you will need to make sure you have 120 minutes of uninterrupted time. Your overall course average comes from 50% of the concept checks and 50% of the unit test. Each lesson has a handout. You can go ahead and download those ahead of time and print them, or you can wait as you come to them throughout the lessons. If you do not have a printer, you can simply use your notebook paper to write the notes and the practice problems. Every lesson, you will upload your work, whether it's from the handout or your notebook paper. Another good strategy and best practice is to utilize this checklist to ensure that you do not forget any handout or any concept check. And this is what the checklist looks like. I highly encourage you to benchmark this link, and then as you complete a handout and the concept check, you can check it off your list. So on this front page, you can download the handouts, and you can also bookmark the checklist to keep you organized. This course does end on July 8th, and at the end of the course, your parents will receive a sign-up of date and time where you will come in and take a face-to-face placement test. Now let's take a look at what the modules look like. You need to complete each item as they appear in the course. Each lesson consists with 4 basic steps. The first step for each lesson is an overview that you can read through to let you know what to expect. For example, in Unit 1, you will not be using a calculator. You can print your lesson, again, ahead of time or as you come to it. You will take notes as you watch the video, pausing the video as needed, and even re-watching the video as much as you need. After finishing watching the video and completing your handout and practice problems, you will upload your work. Once you upload your work, the answer key will appear. Another crucial practice is do not skip the step of checking your answers with a lesson key, and then make changes as needed. Once you complete the handout and you check over the key, then you will take the concept check. Again, you get 2 attempts per question with 3 similar questions for a total of 6 attempts. Another best practice to help you be successful: if you miss a problem, before you go to another problem or a similar question, read derivatives rationale. Read through the feedback to help identify your misconception. In step 2 is the actual lesson. This is where you have the handout, the video to watch, as well as number 3, where you will submit your work. Again, make sure that you print out your handout or use notebook paper to follow along with the video, pausing and re-watching the video as much as you need. Once you submit, then you will receive the answer key. Again, another best practice for your success: going through the key along with your answers and making necessary adjustments. Do not skip this step. Once you have completed the lesson and you are satisfied with your work, then you will take the concept check. Again, you have 6 attempts per item. Make sure you read through the instructions before you begin. Once you complete the concept check, then it will take you to the next lesson and you'll go through the 4 steps again. And this will repeat until it is time to take the unit test. So I'm going to skip on down to the test. With a test, there are 3 steps. Again, you have an overview. Please do not skip reading any of these steps. Here you do have scratch work that you will download, and as you work through the test, make sure you're very neat and organized. You will be uploading your scratch work at the end of the test. I highly recommend that you save your files in Google Drive. It is much easier to upload from a Google Drive. Again, read through all the instructions for this test. Before you take the test, you will be asked to complete a testing agreement. This is just providing your name and answering a few yes or no questions. However, it is super important to stay on the screen once you submit, because you will be receiving a message that looks like this, and it will give you the password for the test. This is not, good luck, is not the password for this test. This is just a sample of what you will receive from the Google form once you click submit. So please do not email us asking for the password. It will be given once you submit your testing agreement. Then you can simply proceed to the test. You have the password from the Google form submission. Again, you can read through these directions, and before you begin, ensure that you have the 2 hours that you are given, because once you start the test timer will continue. Then once you complete the test, you'll be asked to upload your scratch work here. Again, I highly recommend using your Google Drive. Once you complete the test, it will take you to the next unit, which there are 4 in all. Here are the names of the units. To begin, you will use the navigation menu of modules. This is how you will begin the course. If you have any questions, please reach out to Ms. Carpenter. I wish you all the best and have a great summer.